get your way, all you do is fuss and pout. But you're the only reason I keep on coming home. I'm like the Rock of Gibraltar, I always seem to falter, and the words just get in the way. Oh, I know I'm gonna crumble, and I'm trying to stay humble, but I never think before I say. I know sometimes I'm out of control, but you're the only reason I keep on coming. You're the only reason I keep on coming. Yeah, you're the only reason I keep on coming home. Hello, my name is Matt Argo, and this is a tutorial for Sweet Pea by Amos Lee on the ukulele. Now, before we get started, I'd like to point out that I did write up a chord and lyric sheet, including chord diagrams on it, and you can download that. There's a link to the download in the description below the video. Also, when I play this song solo, I like to use the constant bass style of playing. If you don't know what constant bass is, or if you want to learn about it or learn how to play it, you can click right there to watch the tutorial I recently made on that style of playing. But it's basically how I was just playing the song with kind of a bass line with my thumb separate from the rest of the chord. And if you are going to play that style, you're pretty much going to need to have a low G on your uke rather than a high G. But if you just want to strum the song, which is totally fine, and I'm going to go over that, then it doesn't matter. You can have standard arrangement tuning or low G. Either way is fine. But with that being said, let's go over the chords. The first chord in this song is E. And we're going to play it by barring all four strings with your first finger on the 4th fret. And then you're going to add to that 7th fret on the A string. So it'll be 4, 4, 4, 7. From there you're going to go to G sharp, which first of all, barring all four strings, on the 3rd fret with your first finger. And then adding with your middle finger the 4th fret on the E string. And then with your ring finger add press down the 5th fret on the G string. So 5, 3, 4, 3. From there to C sharp minor, which again, barring all four strings, on the 4th fret, and then adding 6th fret with your ring finger on the G string. So 6, 4, 4, 4. And then from there, F sharp, which is played exactly like G sharp, but 2 frets down. So you're barring on the 1st fret and using your playing 3rd fret and 2nd fret on the G string and C string respectively, or G string and E string respectively. And then at the end of each verse there's a little turnaround and you will play A and B at the end. So A, just the standard way to play A, which will be 2nd fret on the G string, 1st fret on the C string, and open E string, open A string. And then finally B, which is 4th fret on the G string with your ring finger, 3rd fret with your middle finger on the C string, and 2nd fret on both the E string and the A string held down with your index finger. 4, 3, 2, 2. Now, for the strumming. If you're playing constant bass, you know, this doesn't apply to you. But I will go over some stuff that applies specifically to you later in the video, so don't leave me yet. But for the strumming, for the strummers, I'd like to go over a strumming pattern, how I might strum this song if I was strumming it. First of all, for the E chord, the first E chord, you're going to play this, which is just down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. And then when you go to the G sharp chord, you're going to play down, up, 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 down, down, up, 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 down, down, up, 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 down. Together. And then C sharp minor is going to be played exactly like E, and F sharp will be played exactly like G sharp, so it's that same pattern. Down, 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 up, down, down, up, 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 down. And then from there you'll go to this little turnaround, and I actually don't strum the chords when I play this, but I pick the chords. So it'll be E, and I just, using my thumb, pick G string, then the C string, and then I pick the E string and the A string together. And I play all 4 chords like that. And when I go to the transition to the C sharp minor, I like to hammer on to that 6th fret on the G string. And I like to hammer on to the 2nd fret on the A chord. And slide into the 4th fret on the B chord. And then you'll be going into the 2nd verse, which is played exactly like the 1st verse. And there's an instrumental after the bridge, and there's a 3rd verse, and all of that is exactly the same as verse 1. But the bridge is a little different. So the bridge will be G sharp, and to start off with, and you're basically just down strumming quarter notes, even quarter notes, for almost the entire bridge. C sharp minor, same thing. Down, 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 down to F sharp. Down, 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 down. And then for B, just strum the chord once, pause, strum it again, pause, and then play down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. So here's the 2nd verse and the bridge, just to put it all together so you can hear what the strumming's like. Sweet pea, what's all of this about? Don't get your way, all you do is fuss and pout. But you're the only reason I keep on coming home. Gibraltar, I always seem to falter, and the words just get in the way. Oh, I know I'm gonna crumble, and I'm trying to stay humble, but I never think before I say. Now the instrumental section right after the bridge is played exactly like all the verses. But if you're using the constant bass, I like to do this little solo thing. And even if you're strumming, you might be able to incorporate this into your interlude. But what I do is I play the E chord first, twice. And then I take my pinky and slide all the way up to 9th fret on the A string. And then back down to 7th fret. And then lift it up completely so it's just 4th fret, which is already being held down. And then I go over to 7th fret on the E string. And I continue to play the rest of the chord, and then when I go to G sharp, I like to hammer on the C string and the G string. And then I add the 6th fret on the A string with my pinky. And then C sharp minor, what I do is use my pinky to play 7th fret on the A string, and then 6th fret, and then lift it up completely, so it's just 4th fret, and I play each fret twice. So, and then I play F sharp the same way, except the pinky's going on 4th fret. And then I play that turnaround the same way. So the ending, you're going to strum. You're going to play just like, the verse, the last verse, you're going to play just like the other verses, but then you're going to repeat that last line. You're the only reason I keep on coming. You're the only reason I keep on coming, yeah. And play it twice, and then on the 3rd time, you're just going to strum each chord once. You're the only reason I keep on coming home. And right there, all you're doing, you're going to play that final E chord, and then go to the G string, 1st fret, and play it twice, swinging 8th notes, and the 2nd fret, then the 3rd fret, and then 4th fret. And then play B chord once, and then the E chord. And there's the end of the song. Or you can slide that 7th fret A string down to the 6th fret on that last E chord and make it an E major 7 to give it a sort of a jazzy ending. Or bring it down another fret to 5th fret A string to make it an E7 and have kind of a bluesy ending. Either way, E7, E major 7, or just E major, it'll all sound good. But that is Sweet Pea by Amos Lee on the ukulele. I hope you like this tutorial. Again, there's the chord sheet down below with lyrics and chord diagrams to learn this song, follow along, that you can download for free down there. And also, if you want to learn that constant bass style and use that to play this song, you can click right there and down in the description below if you want to watch that video. Other than that, thanks for watching. If you like this tutorial and you want to see more like it, please subscribe.